Hey, what's up everyone? Sangluten here, and we are back for another recorded game of Dune Imperium. So, another ranked game, and we will try to get closer to top 10 first of all, and then try to go for our objective of this season, which will be top 5, but we're not there yet. We are top 12 currently, and we need some wins. That's how it's gonna be. And before starting here, as usual, a little shout out to our latest Twitch followers and YouTube subscribers here. Xavi, Loque Lamora, Henry, and everyone else around there. And on Twitch side, Viva la Kid, Fieron, and everyone else. If you guys can help us reach those targets that we have just here, that would be absolutely huge. So let's jump straight into it now and have a quick look at our leader choice there. So we are player 2. Probably won't get Baron, that was quite expected. What we have here, a couple of unload effects here. Bounty Hunter, Sadoka, Duncan, all of those are pretty mid, to be honest. Minimic, Sonic, those are some cheap techs there. But the leader choice, except Baron, is not super interesting to me. Maybe Romber or Beast. Because Armand, I mean, gets you a freighter fleet, I guess, but it's not for those kind of cheap cards that you want an Armand. It's been a while I didn't play Beast. But given Romber is taken, not too convinced by the other cards for Armand, I think we'll go Beast. Let's do that. Alright, not a great hand because we have all our good cards here and we won't be able to play all 3 of them obviously. And it means our next hand is pretty garbage. It is a good conflict for Baron as well. Very happy that Armand takes Hardy over there. I'll go Smuggle. Probably we play Signet now to then play Diplo or Seek Allies? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, seems the Romber player quit as soon as he saw the leaders available to him, I guess. Not quite sure. But he already roped on the leader choice and we've never seen the green light there, so I guess he left before even the game started. Sadly. So that's probably the last time we have to wait so long for a turn, because after that one he should be botted out and just play very quickly, like AI does. Hopefully AI goes to full space though, to block Baron from that, because obviously next round he's gonna look into Master Stroke, I assume. Awesome. So we are left with still suits. I think I like still suits most. Secrets is also there, but I think we still suits with Diplo and we keep Seek allies. And one troop might not work, but I'll still try, to be honest. Maybe I should have sent out two, because most likely Baron will also go to a city space there. Yeah, one troop is maybe a bit of a wrong in between there, where we just lose it. But let's see. We never know. There are still secrets open if he has his second faction access, he feels maybe like playing it. He spent his water. So no Hardy for him next round. I'll take the freighter fleet. Oh, Kwisatz over there. Peter de Vries would be interesting for us. And we might get there. No, never. Unless we play dagger to Technego, in which case we could. But the plan here would be first obviously smuggle down, then sword. But then if Technego is gone, actually might not be the best play. Because we would get Swordmaster but not be able to do anything with that third agent. Yeah, let's see. Oh, and there's Web of Power. There is Web of Power. I'll anyways do that first. And we will take the Solari to be ready for Swordmaster. But we might want an early reveal for that. Or go dagger to Technego and get the Minimic film if it's still there. Armin might go for it though, because he's got one negotiator. And he obviously likes the non-faction spaces as well. Okay, Technego is gone. So now, do I take Sword and hope nobody early reveals and I get Web of Power? Or do I reveal now? To be safe, I think it's probably better to reveal now. We might delay the Swordmaster queue as well for everyone. Let's double check how much persuasion Armin has, for instance. Yeah, he's got Convincing, a ring, a Dune, plus the Technego. Yeah, I'll do something crazy. And I'll reveal now. Let's see. Let's see if it's gonna be worth it. We could have gone for the Soulmaster, but then it was 100% sure we couldn't do anything with our third agent anyways. And if someone early revealed for Web of Power, it would have felt bad to be forced into early revealing. Getting the Swordmaster, yes, but at what cost? And getting a Web of Power so early, knowing that it's reshuffled right now in our deck, is really, really useful, to be honest. And it does seem pretty likely we still get Soulmaster next round. Even more so that actually bot didn't even go shipping. Just went Carthag. Oof, that's quite a nice row we have here. And a super cheap combat. Hopefully bot has a combat card there, because that's a bit too cheap for a cloak and dagger. Alright, that's huge. Very happy about that. Webs here. We have a Swordmaster access. Diplo to be played as well. Yeah, not too bad. Quite like that hand. And it does seem like we don't have to go sword right away. Baron can't Masterstroke. He didn't, right? No. It's a bit of a weird one. Spent his water first round on a Haga, then spent his troops. Now he's a bit short on that. Maybe he targets a Hayliner rather. So maybe he goes for a bit of extra spice here. He doesn't. So I'll probably Hardy, to be honest. Try to go for that combat. Because it is a nice one. And a little VP. We could see ourselves fight for it. And he didn't deploy. He probably wanted to go Hardy now. Baron. They're gonna take that from him. Again, bot sitting on 3 intrigues. Hopefully he doesn't screw us this time. Not that he screwed us before, but he kinda got combat before thanks to an intrigue, so that's what I meant, that he doesn't do it again. Because this time obviously we would wish that he's not interfering too much, given we are hoping to win it. I'm actually thinking about not taking Swordmaster this round again. It's maybe a bit crazy, maybe we should just take it now that we have the chance, but I mean, nobody's getting it. Next round, Armand could up down on the track, get 5 Solari, and that would bring him almost there. But then it means we could go there with our first agent and block him from getting it round 4, and then the earliest any of them can get it is round 5. Is it crazy? Because we don't have that many good cards to play next round either, so why not spending 1 on the Swordmaster? No, I think I'll still take it. Yeah, let's do it. I don't know, feels like the safest play. But it could have been a ballsy move, maybe not to do it. And just go Carthag, which, to be honest, I'm still hesitating. It could be an interesting play just to delay everyone's Swordmaster. You know what, I think I'll do it. Just for fun, just because it's a very unusual play, I feel like. And we'll do that. I'll send out... We have tiebreaker, but yeah, let's send out one more. To try and... I mean, it's not a great intrigue, but... Okay, well, I didn't expect 3 swords on reveal there, so maybe it's even not enough. Maybe we should have sent more. Hopefully he's not screwing us with the combat card there. That would have been the advantage of a Swordmaster. That's one thing I was considering, is at least we would see their reveals and be a bit more informed, obviously, about the combat. But okay, he can't use Gurney's effect there. Not sure if we take that or not. Probably not, to be honest. If we were Romber, we would have, but like that. I'll take some persuasion here. Alright, hopefully nothing more. Ah, he still has an ambush. He screwed us too. Bro. So he got 4 intrigues since the start, and 3 of them, 3 were combat cards. That's a real bummer. I mean, to be honest, here he should probably Hardy first, given he's been blocked from that, I mean, by himself and by us 3 rounds in a row. I mean, first by Armand, then by himself, because he kind of spent his water. Okay, spends his water again. Yeah, I guess now he's gonna trigger it the hard way with a Hayliner. But Hayliner on this combat, yeah. Not too sure about that. We could go by a tech maybe, because we don't have that much to play, to be honest. Especially because Seekalize is the one card we kinda would have wanted to play, but it's not in our hand. But I'll go Swordmaster first, I think, at least if Armand recalls here, which to be honest he probably should, just up down, take Solari, he'll be 1 Solari away, and Romber could very well take Smuggle and Smuggle down. Or he could have a windfall, so I'm not gonna take the risk. Okay, I'll probably go Spice and Spice Hat, to be honest. Spice Hat is gone. Then we don't have that much to do, unfortunately. We can only play Dune. Sadly. I'll try... we should get some Solari. Could even go for a second one, actually. To try maybe even get Menta. Okay, artillery gone as well. We have training drones, yeah. Spice Hat would have been good for us, but... Kinda didn't want to risk delaying my Swordmaster after delaying it willingly 2 rounds in a row. But maybe we could have, to be honest. But then I should have blocked Smuggling instead of going Swordmaster, which also meant we couldn't go Tech Nego before Armand, so... No, there was no real way for us to get the tech before Armand. I could technically play Freighter Fleet, but... I don't think I do that. Spending the water on 2 spies? No. Then again, it would maybe allow a Hayliner getting 2 water back. But it hurts to use it that way. It's basically a Dune and the reveal, but the reveal doesn't do much for us, to be fully honest. So maybe I should. Yeah, let's do it. Let's take the spice. I'll take Jamis. I like the infiltrate and the trashing. Okay, so we get the Menta as well. Plus a cannon turret. What is it with those hands though? That's not great. Maybe we Hayliner into research. Could be also blocking Baron once more because he doesn't have water. Anyways, can't trigger it anywhere else unless he has an intrigue. Yeah, let's Hayliner that. And let's go for it, I think. Anyways, I research actually, so, or at least I would think so. Otherwise, we have no way of playing out 3 remaining agents. Yeah. What's going on with that bot, though? We actually don't have strong persuasion at all here. Let's still do a research and see what we pull from that. 8 persuasion. It's a bit sad, that 8 persuasion, because we can't draw more. Yeah, well, then we play. I was hoping maybe instead of that getting a dagger, so that we could have Diplo to wealth and then dagger to high council. Would have given us the 9. But now, there's no way for us to get 2 spies. To then Diplo to selective, that would have been a way. Yeah, no, even there actually we would go down to 6 persuasion in that case. Then we can't. So, I guess nobody has agents left, so I'll go secrets first with Diplo. I could go wealth as well, but I feel like it could be worth. Okay, that's not so bad. We might get to 9 still. But no, never mind. Because we need to discard 1 persuasion, so we're down to 6, and then we draw a maximum of 2 persuasion. And we don't have the Solari for a high council. If we get... but if we get a dagger, then we could... No, because if we draw a dagger, we don't draw 2 persuasion. So it's not working. Oh, there goes a Hayliner. So that's the alliance for him. We're all going all out in that conflict. Is he using the Gurney's effect? Is he fighting here? Oh no, never mind, withdrawal. Didn't see that in his reveal. Do I use Ixion here? Flipping those 2 typically. Trying to pull maybe a Web of Power. Just to get it earlier in our hand. Yeah, I could do that because I probably go Carthag here. Most likely. Bribery, not so bad. Can we save reinforcements? Maybe. So I'll do that. And probably not use reinforcements. Depends on what he reveals, obviously, but I feel like maybe cannon turrets is enough. Plus that puts us at 17. He's got 1 intrigue. Unless it's an allied armada. Oh, but actually even if it's a private army, we die him at best. Would be a bummer. Do I risk it? I'll take landing rights. I'll make a bet. I might regret it second time in that game, but that's exactly why I'm gonna do it. I played it risky before against the bot, didn't work out. I'm gonna play it risky again. And hopefully not gonna regret it this time. It was actually not so bad. We baited him. That was big brain move. Yeah, not really, to be honest. I mean, I was thinking maybe it could bait out an ambush out of him and we could still beat him, but I didn't think of war chest, to be fully honest. Oh, and I didn't pass the whole time. They heard or felt our celebration. All right, now what? Maybe we do ship here for the additional troops as well. To be honest, here it's almost more about those troops. We'll take the spice, taking the bump with Emperor, I think. Could fight Baron for the Alliance, because we have Jamis as well, Web of Power, Bribery. Wait, if we do that, Jamis, that's up, Web of Power and Bribery, we could top it up. Yeah, we could try it. To be honest, he's in the lead, we could try to mess with him. I don't mind a Hardy here if we can try to fight for that combat, would be nice. Okay, that might make it a bit more complicated for us to win a fight, but let's see. I don't hate Manta, but we will be a bit low on Solari. But I'll still do that, I think, to be able to trash it with Jamis afterwards. Or I could go Dreadnought and get Sonic Snooper at the same time. No, let's do Menta here. Okay, that's a good card for us to play as well. There goes the Solari. I was kind of hoping that the bot would feed us, so that we have a choice between reinforcements or bribery. Treachery was taken by a Romber. That's what I wanted to quickly check here. Baron has Kvisats potentially though. I think I'll just play this so that we could potentially play both reinforcements and bribery, and we keep Jamis for the last. And we will have a choice for the last agent, either Hardy or Still Suits. And now we have enough Solari for both the steel here with web as well and the reinforcements if we feel like we can beat Armand, but that remains to be seen once he reveals. problem then will be those two friendships though, because we don't have any faction accesses there, so we might, or we have two bumps here though, so that could be one of the friendship, given we're halfway through both of them. But we might want to get to water to do a research station. Spy sat on Armand, that's true, it's 2 points for him right now. So if we do Jamie's to Hardy, that's 8, 9, 15. Yeah, I think we can beat him, depends what that intrigue is. If it's an ambush or a blackmail, that could mess with our plans, but I think it's worth a try. Then we only have one water though. But next, I mean, I feel like Baron loves the research to get his Kwisatz as quickly as possible. But how many other city accesses does he have? Let's have a quick look. If he has any. Ah, he's got a liaison, yeah, so. And we're not going to play web, but no, but let's go for the point here. Let's try to win the combat. Not going to play bribery, because, I mean, if we play it now and he finds a way to double cross us, then we kind of wasted it, so I'm gonna play them together. Okay, he doesn't have Kwisatz, so it seems we can steal it and seal it right there. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Okay, does it go through? Awesome. That's huge. 2 VPs in quick succession for us. There goes the treachery. There goes Grand Vision as well for a double influence bump somewhere. Huge piles of spices here though. So much spice. Alright, he sets himself up for a steal here potentially. I was kind of hoping we might get shipping, but that's not the case here. Will he go research? Now that's the question. Because if not, I would love a siege tower into research, putting through those, because that would be a spiciness flow for us. Well, he'll need to seal that, otherwise he's at risk for sure. Shuttle fleet is another way for us to actually get our 2 missing friendships. Thing is, I don't want to use freighter fleet to collect the spice to then go tech nego, but it's a bit the only way for us to get it right now. Do I Arakeen, hope that one of those two is still there, and then play Signet to tech with our last agent, and Arakeen hoping we draw Dune? It's a bit of a stretch there as well. Game probably doesn't end here though, so I might not need to go this round to go and fetch it. On the other hand, yeah, he might have his Signet. I'll go take that spice, I think. Maybe just 3 here would be enough, technically. I'll go with the freighter, still trying to get it this round. It hurts. It hurts to use that freighter fleet a second time. But if it allows us getting that shuttle fleet and get those 2 friendships out of the way, might be worth it, to be honest. Let's see now. I would assume Baron goes research, but if he didn't, then maybe Siege Tab would have been a better play to hope for a research. Not sure if that would have worked, but let's see it right now, I guess. Although he might not be in a hurry now because he sees none of us have to water. So yeah. Let me take that right now. Emperor and Bennett. And I guess I'll go Siege Tower with the last agent, because then we could maybe set up a research with landing rights if we're not happy with our hand. Let's see now, if he plays a research now, I guess he would have prioritized his agents differently had he seen us getting water. If he doesn't go research, then maybe the Siege Tower play would have been better. But it's hard to say because, I mean, by next round maybe that shuttle fleet wouldn't be there, maybe our draw would be like not great because we would need Diplo and Web of Power to get those two. Obviously. Okay, so he didn't go research, but I still think that in the end our play was probably a bit safer to go get that shuttle fleet. Okay, now we just need to hope Siege Tower remains open. Yeah. It was highly likely, to be honest, that it wouldn't be, but I was still hoping. Okay, so we reveal for 6. Kinda want to see Web and Diplo ideally, so maybe I don't want to draw too much. Buy too many cards. What popped actually? Invasion ships. I'll still take 2 of those for persuasion. Yeah, I'm not sure it was the right call, because now if we don't see Web of Power, it's gonna be a bit sad. Baron giving up on conflict and rather going for a spiceless flow. Probably also going to be a bit tough to do that because it doesn't have a high council. Might still work with 5 cards, but definitely not a given. This Armand though, he's dangerous. He's got that spy set going as well. Ah, okay. Well, that's not going to be worth so much for him in the end, actually, because now whatever he takes is a point less on the spy sat, but I guess if he gets his 2 friendships, he can always trash it for an additional point. And he's probably going to compete with us on that one, potentially now that he capped the Spacing Guild. Actually, whoever wins will probably try to compete here because that's the one that is still untouched. So Baron could get 1 away from it, and Armand would get to the same level as us. Yeah, there goes his 6 persuasion, not enough obviously for that. We're running out of juice a bit though. Interesting. So he's probably going for his 2nd friendship as well and figured that's the one more interesting for him because of selective breeding as well and secrets. But yeah. What are we doing with that hand though? We're not too far from a spiceless flow, but we have 3 cards with 2 persuasion. So I'd be happy on an Arakeen, I'd be happy to see 1, 2, 3 cards. Diplo, Web, that's 5 cards. So it's a 50-50 on whether we're going to be happy with what we find on an Arakeen. Although a 2 persuasion card would mean we can't do anything else but reveal. It's maybe not the best case neither. Oh, so he strong arms it. He's at 9 and he trashes Spy Sat by the end of this round. That's 10. So yeah, we gotta go for something here. Probably research is gone by the time, so I do think it's probably useless to go for that. Maybe we go for combat here, actually. I'm thinking Dune to shipping. And then we play both Signet and Landing. It is a bit of a risk, because there's just so many spots here. Maybe we still pick first one spot, and then we look. But then we probably would need to take Siege Tower to make sure we also have a research station open for landing rights. I'll ship first, still. Let's try it. Because then we can play landing rights first, and Signet could always go on a spice place, worst case. The advantage of that is it allows us to pull through 2 other troops and maybe take Solari if we see ourselves potentially winning that combat. Okay, research station would have been gone anyways. I'll probably just go Karthag if it's open, because now landing rights and Signet seem the prime cards for us to play, to be honest. Web could be... Web could actually be a good draw for us, because it could bring us the Bene Alliance, because we drop here. Yeah, maybe it's worth a shot as well, but on Karthag we could get something that gives us a bump here as well. Actually, just the Secrets of Sisterhood, because the quid pro quo we can't activate, bribery we had, strong arm he had, and we can't activate anyways. So yeah. Then again, drawing Web of Power out of this is a bit unlikely as well. Just 1 out of 10. So I think I'll go Carthag. Call. Not so useful right now. Do we have a shot at this combat? We might. Because now, I mean, let's take that already. Quite sure about what we do here. Let's send out. We are 10. Probably can throw 3 more troops out. If we send Signet to a city space, that's 16. Yeah, we don't beat Romber. Should I just take the spice? Will it matter? I mean, Armored is at 2 spice. No, I think I'll go for Solari. Let's try it. Because I don't think spice will matter that much. And Armored actually is already at... Ah no, yeah, his spice at he will be trashing. So he would be at 10. And we actually get a 10 best case scenario if we... I mean, absolute best would be 11 if we win that combat and now draw on Arakin Web of Power to take that alliance. Then we could get to 11, but that's... I mean, if that happens, what are the odds? Maybe I should have just taken the spice and went to tech for Sonic Snoopers. Okay, 12, and he's probably gonna toss 3 more there, so that's 18, and we're at 16 at best. Yeah, that's GG. He gets a spice missile on top. Yeah, that's proper GG. I'll still do that. We didn't draw Web of Power anyways, so... Sonic Snooper. How many did he flip? Just by curiosity to know what kind of intrigues he drew off of that. Because we could have maybe done that instead of him. No, he just replaced 1 intrigue. Another hardy. Fair enough. We probably don't even get a point from that. So that would be 7 points for Baron, and we stay at 8 most likely. I'm just gonna take a lucky liaison as usual. I don't want to uncover a Chom directorship or something, because that could be a point for Baron here. Still has one more agent though, and given the bot didn't churn his other 2 intrigues, he just flipped one. Scared it's probably going to be some swords and he's going to beat us to that point. So we end up at 8. And he takes the point from dispatch an envoy now. Fair enough. Oh, sending a smuggler thopter there is mean. Yeah, if he gets a Spiceman's Flow, which he probably will with 7 cards, then he beats us with 9 points. Unless we win that point, then... Ah no, then he beats us on Spice actually, yeah. We'll probably end up 3rd here, sadly. Hopefully we don't get beaten by the bot though, because that's also a possibility. He could have... actually, no endgame would work for him. Okay, he didn't get Spiceman's Flow. And he just got 1 spice off of his reveals, so he doesn't get the 3rd point from Econ Supremacy there. So I think he ends up at 8, unless that's an endgame. What endgame would work for him? None, actually. Ah, maybe... No. No, Grand Conspiracy wouldn't work neither. Come on, bot. Don't screw us. He does not screw us. Okay. Then that's the 2nd place, unless I'm still missing something, but... Ah, Grand Conspiracy was on the bot. Alright, well, 2nd, I'll take that, to be honest. Here, given how it was looking before Baron was revealing, we could have seen ourselves with a 3rd place. So 2nd, I'll take that. Yeah, what did we have exactly? So 1 alliance, 3 combat points still, so that's not so bad, but we're definitely missing something on the Spiceman's Flow side, or resource conversion, something to give us a bit of an extra bump there in terms of VPs, because we still fell short even of 10 and it's around 8, so definitely something insufficient there in our game. But yeah. Anyways, thanks a lot, everyone. Let's actually have a quick look just at the Masters leaderboard, see what those 2 ELO did to us, but we're probably still 12th. Yeah, we'll need to get some higher ELO gains. Oh yeah, definitely. To get closer to that top 10, we need to work there. We definitely need some better results as well. But yeah, thanks a lot everyone for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. If not, fair enough. You do as you wish. And other than that, feel free to join me on the live stream one of those days. Sundays, 8 p.m. is my usual weekly schedule, but I'm also streaming usually on other evenings, especially on weekends. Friday, Saturday evening, I'm often here, so feel free to drop by. Be glad to see you there. And other than that, I do those uploads on YouTube 3 times a week as well, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon. Have a good one. Bye bye.